Sounds good. All right, it'll take a while to get onto YouTube. So I usually like look at my chat just on my phone because motherfucking I don't have just like another screen. Imagine me having another screen just for some bullshit.
It'd be cool.
Yeah, but I just have it on my phone. Chat just on my phone. Okay. Let me make sure this comes through right.
This is a weird experience.
Yeah. We're gonna be just watching ourselves do nothing for a second. Yeah, but I just have it on my phone. Hurry up.
That's so strange. Does that mean at some point we're just gonna watch each other go like this?
Alright. I think it's working all good.
Dang.
So
Dang.
Maddie
so
Renfret.
Hello.
So here's chat. Alright, what is up to anyone who ends up watching this afterwards, or for the one person who's now not in here, because it says one. I'm the one person watching right now. There's no one here. Alright, we're doing a test stream because I have a new setup, 2 computers. Motherfucking, yeah, hopefully it'll be real clean. So, here we go. Boom, look at that. Alright, we're learning Serum 2, just for a little bit. Hi, what's up, bro? Wait, we gotta hear some music we were working on. Some casual. What's up? Alright, Serum 2. So, my beautiful girlfriend Lauren here has agreed to test out this first stream by learning Serum 2 together, just for a little bit. So, did you ever use Serum 1?
A little bit.
Nice.
I've opened it.
Let me change the brightness up. Are you a motherfucking preset junkie? Hell yeah. Alright, we got this bitch. Ready. Alright, Serum 2. I guess we just gotta go over normal Serum 1 stuff. Okay, so this is a keyboard. And it makes sounds when you click it. Just kidding. Lauren is a better piano player than me. She just doesn't show anyone. And that's not a joke. Yo, what's up? Thanks so much, man. Yeet, man. Appreciate you. Scro, what's up? My Scro's girlfriend. Grimace, say hello. I'm just kidding. Alright. So, I don't know. I'm going to end up saying a bunch of stuff that you probably already know. So, sorry in advance if I'm like starting from ground one.
Oh, please.
Alright. So, here's the oscillator. And the oscillator is the thing that like makes the noise. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever the shape is will give it the tone. So these are just some basic shapes. So if I wish I gave this more slack. I literally just taped it down yesterday. Let me just record something stupid for a second. Oh, we're so fast. Beautiful. Let me quantize that, John. There's this weird thing I gotta fix on here. I guess that my input is delayed. And then when I quantize it, wait, what the fuck? Oh, that that one's. We're just gonna make all this longer. Whatever. Okay. So yeah, we have different shapes. And this is like, let's put this down for us. These shapes, this is like a whole table of shapes that they have built in. And they just fucking sound different. That one sounds kind of pretty. Now each shape is actually a table of shapes. It's called a wave table. And you can fucking move through the wave table like that. That's what it looks like three-dimensionally, but that's just what it looks like normally. So that's literally what the shape is doing. But what it's doing is that it's moving through this wave table. Already in that, there's like so many uses you can use out of it. So let's just put it on something random for now. Okay, so that's like the wave. You can change the octave. That's nice. You can basically change the key, semitones, and then there's the fine tune, which is like sense, which is like on some microtonal shit. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna turn on another oscillator. Up and octaves. Now they're both doing exactly the same thing. Just the volume, just the level. We can give them both different shapes. So now we have two oscillators just playing the same thing. And it's cool just messing around with the octaves really easily to get different sounds just like that. Okay, so there's this envelope thing. The envelope is like the ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, release thing that you always see on like synthesizers and stuff. Don't worry about the whole attack, decay, sustain, release.
No, I'm worried.
Just don't worry about it, please. So the attack is when the note actually starts, meaning like when I click the note. So now it takes longer to get to its full maturity, I guess you could call it. That's usually for like pads and stuff or whatever. We'll put it on all the attack. There's release, which means when you let go of the note, like literally the release of you letting go of the note. So that'll make it sound a little more like the notes will kind of fade into each other a little bit more. And that's kind of natural, like a piano or an organic instrument. When you let go of the key, there's still like a little bit of something there, rather than like that's physically impossible to have a clean end like that. There's the sustain, which you should just think about the word sustain as volume 2. So the first volume is what you hear. The second volume or sustain is volume 2, where it ends off when you're holding it. Yeah, what do you mean?
I don't know. It's just strange. I don't like that.
The thing is like, so if I have this, now there's like, it sounds like there's a harder attack to the note because the beginning of the note is louder, and it gives the perception of it being like articulate, ta ta ta, and then da da da.
I like it now.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Yeah. You could turn the sustain all the way down.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. This is how you get like the cuter sounds. And you mess with the decay, in which the decay is how long it takes to get to volume 2. So the volume, and again, sustain. We're changing the word sustain to volume 2. Sustain is at 0. So volume 2 is at 0. The decay is how long it's taking to get to. So right now it's very fast, almost immediately getting down to volume 2. We have a longer decay. It'll just take a longer time to get down to sustain 2.
I'm just used to sustain, and I'm like, I'm gonna sustain this one. I'm gonna keep it
Yeah.
here.
I mean, yeah, that's exactly what that means. It's just in the context of like how a lot of people use it. To me, what makes sense to me logically is the word sustain means like the second volume that it reaches. So that's basically that. We do have this sub oscillator, which is a very simple oscillator. Oh. Yeah, it's a simple oscillator that only has 6 shapes. You can't really do anything to it except change the octave of it. So it's probably hard to hear. It's a really low note now. And you can only change to these shapes. It's not really used in a situation like this. But that's that. I'm gonna just change this little idea type shit. We cooking? We're not really cooking. We're doing a test stream. Handheld was at my show in Seattle. He lives in Canada. He's a homie. I think it was Seattle, right? Okay. So now I have this. We should make this shit longer. Makes sense. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Just trying to fucking turn them off. Okay, so let's just do really simple. Just chord. Okay, so that's what an envelope is. The envelope is like the volume guy, how it treats volume, meaning like, how fast it matures and releases and all that stuff.
Information of the pocket of the sound.
What?
Information of the pocket of sound.
Sure. However you want to think about it. Okay, now an envelope happens once. That's never going to come back and do it again. So it's just like it triggers, and then once it's happening, that's it. The LFO is like, oh, he said Detroit, my bad. The LFO is something that always happens over and over and over again. So it's like an infinite envelope that'll continue to do its thing. So let's do just one oscillator for now. That oscillator. So you can click and drag. Here, I'll just do it. Okay, so this LFO is just running, and I attached it to the wavetable position. So it's just taking this shape and applying it to wherever it is. In this way, an LFO is basically an invisible hand. That's what I was saying yesterday. And that, like, you can imagine me being like, oh, it would be so cool. I really love this sound, but I wish I could just do this to it while I'm playing it. But I can't because I don't have another hand to do that. So I'm going to use an LFO to do that. So now let's say, oh, we want it to be faster. Well, that's the rate of the LFO. And then it's like, oh, I like the speed, but the amount is too much. I don't want it to scrub through the entire wavetable. But I do like that speed, so now we're going to change the amount of that. So the speed is there, but now we can see through this little thing, like, change the range. So again, if you're like, oh, it's too fast, well, it's the rate of this thing. And this is a pretty easy this LFO to fucking everything in the synthesizer, which makes it a little like insane. But let's try a few other things. I'm going to go to a different LFO now. I'm going to change the shape of it. Just to make it less weird with what I'm thinking about things. We're going to do a vibrato. Let's think about what vibrato is. You're changing the pitch of the note. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to add this LFO to the chorus pitch. Does it sound insane really quick? Okay, now this is technically vibrato, but it's not natural sounding at all. So we think like, oh, what's the point of that? Well, it's the amount is too much. So we're at 1%. Still sounds kind of weird because it's so fast. I think we can change the amount even more. If we go to the matrix, we can see Scro's officially made moves down. We're literally getting there, I promise. We're gonna get there by the end of this video. If we go to the matrix, this shows all of the LFO things that we've created. So we can see there's the wavetable position. And then there's the chorus pitch, which is what I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna try and get as small as possible. Probably type this in. 45. Vibrato. Maybe even a little bit less. Super subtle. Okay, so we have one invisible hand moving the pitch for vibrato. We have another invisible hand very slowly running through the wavetable. Exactly. Okay. So that's some basic LFO stuff. I notice it's just always going to do this forever and always. We could change this mode to BPM so it would stick with we want like some future bass flutters, which I know you love future bass. That's good. Like that's like to the time. That's something that you would go with the BPM rather than just a freestanding. It's saying hertz because it's like this. Okay. At the end of this, we have a filter. Turn another oscillator on, but the only thing is that these two LFOs are not going to this oscillator at all. So that has this like texture movement with the pitch and the wavetable, but this one is it's just there. So we would have to like apply it to that. We also have a third oscillator. They're all exactly the same. Yeah. Okay, so all of these, all these oscillators feed into the filter, and a filter is just an EQ. That's literally all it is.
Giving art exhibit.
Yeah.
Music.
Literally. Welcome to the world of Van Gogh. He only shot himself 3 times. There's different types of filters. So this is a low pass. It's letting the lows pass through. Not hearing the highs. It's letting the lows pass. Which I hate that. I call this a high cut because low pass doesn't make any sense to me. And we can change like the intensity of the low pass. Okay, I'm going to get yet another LFO, and I'm going to attach this to the cutoff. That dubstep beat. Now this is where having it to the BPM, this is like we're into future bass territory. Okay, so you can also change a little bit of it. Like that. again, the intensity, or yeah, the amount and the range. A bit like that. So that's just a filter. There's some other things with the cutoff. This sounds like resonance at home. Do you know that sound? Okay. So we have oscillators, we have the envelope, we have the filter, we have the LFOs. We can also, at the end of all of this, there's an effects tab. So we can just add shit, distortion, and in Serum 2 you can just and you can attach the LFO to the parameters here too. So I'm testing that, or I could have attached one of the other LFOs to it. And there's all these fucking, you know, I literally don't know what it does. It just makes it sound wider. I don't really know. Chorus.
Graphics are so pretty.
I know, they're actually really nice. Delay. Okay. So we're gonna make some rhythm now with all these ideas. Okay. Does that make sense? Kind of how all these work?
Yeah, I mean, they do. I'm sure if I saw it, I'd be like, "What the fuck is going on here?"
What do you mean if you saw it?
Like if I tried to recreate any of these, I'd be like,
Oh yeah.
"What the fuck am I doing?"
So, now I'm not good at doing this, by the way, but
Doing what?
making rhythm and tear out fucking sounds. But it's just interesting how I kind of a little bit am getting it.
It's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna restart this to the init patch, meaning initiative patch, and I'm gonna we're gonna make some rhythm. Here we go. Here's my rhythm. To lock in on that second one real quick. All right. So this is gonna turn into a really fucked up sound. All right. So we are going to start with a digital shape. It doesn't really matter, but we just need something weird. Sure. We're gonna bring it down an octave. Alright. We're going to make an LFO that sort of has this shape. I'm gonna put this on the wavetable. These like wavetable moves will give you a lot of those like growly, weird vocal sounds.
Can I see what the wavetable looks like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And what's cool is that even though this LFO is on there, I'm gonna use this mouse because my fucking hand is hurting already. You can change the wavetables and be like, okay, we're gonna go with this one for sure. That sounds crazy. Okay. We're gonna add a sub, and I'm gonna put the LFO on the level.
What was that doing?
Yeah. Whoops, I'm supposed to turn that off, bitch. Reset, bro. Wait. How do I fucking delete you, motherfucker? Oh, remove. It's really not doing much, but it will matter later, just to make sure the volume is really tight. Put the sub on. Sine wave. It's fine. I'm gonna put the same thing on like that. What's up, Waterfall Eyes? Appreciate you, dog. Okay. Now there's something we did not talk about because it's kind of insane, but there's something called FM, frequency modulation, and it basically, you can use one wave to modulate another one. So you can take this shape. We're not even thinking about sound now. Mm-hmm. I'm even going to turn the volume off. This shape modulates the frequency of that, which means frequency means pitch. Mm-hmm. It's hard to explain. It's just a fucked up weird thing that synthesizers do. So Underbelly showed me about this a couple weeks ago, and my mind was fucking blown. That how weird, because I understand it physically, and I could sit here and explain it to you, but it would kind of take a while. Mm-hmm. But it's called FM synthesis. Mm-hmm. So there's this knob right here that is basically just like a fuck modulator. And there's all these different types of modulations. And we can see when I move this, how it changes. How it just changes that sound. I'll put it there, I guess. And there's 2 fuck modulators. So this one's on bend, because it sounds crazy. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to put this one on this frequency modulator. So we're going to modulate B.
The second.
B. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm going to do this. Don't worry about it. It's the same thing. Sorry. Okay. So as I move this up, it's taking information from this and affecting that, basically. So we're going to put the LFO on there also. And now we can put an LFO on this bitch, because everything we do to this is in turn going to be affecting that. So we change. So we're basically just putting an LFO on everything just to get crazy fucking movement. And you can kind of hear already, we have sort of, if we turn the sub off, we've almost left like melodic territory where it's just like it's almost just noise, you know. When we add the sub, that's where like the note is, even though they're like the end of these notes, there is a note, but whatever. I'm gonna put the LFO on this as well. And that gets crazy. You gotta go to the Matrix.
Like little silly things.
We can hear that, the pump of the sub in a different way. Instead of just dun dun dun, now it's kind of moves down like that. It sounds crazy. All right, we talked about the filter. We're gonna turn the filter on. Now there's so many different kinds of filters. There's these multi-filters that have move this around. Come on, bitch. There it is. Come on, fucker. They have 2 things to them, basically. So a normal filter, this is called normal. This is a normal filter with one fucking thing, you know. If we go to the multi, there will be multiple yeah. This one, I don't really see it. We don't want one that has morph. We want one that says... There we go. Okay. Fuck, that was so annoying. What's the one that I used that was really fucking crazy recently? Comb filters are insane too, because they look like a comb. Literally. Okay. So this is kind of... Alright. So there's just all these different parameters of the cutoff. There's a notch up and there's a notch going down. Does Scro's girlfriend also make music? Yes, she does. But she doesn't even show me. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this LFO onto just a bunch of random shit. A little bit of a cutoff, not too much. This is actually starting to sound pretty sick. We'll put it on the frequency. We don't want to go too much because it'll sound like froggy, which could be cool. That might not be the vibe I do like it, but we're putting it on the resonance, which is a big part of the sound. And it's hard to tell, but the peak right here, even though it's moving left and right, it's also moving top down.
You see that a little bit.
Okay, this is the sound. Now, the fuck shit happens in the effects. It's basically how many effects we put on there. That sounds crazy. So we're gonna start with... okay.
Yeah, makes you think.
Okay.
A little bit.
We're gonna start with distortion. And do sine. A little bit of alpha on there too. I'm gonna put on a compressor and a multi-band mode, which is basically OTT. You know what OTT is? OTT is just like, it's like a God plugin, honestly. It just makes everything sound better.
I've heard, I just don't understand.
You don't really have to understand it. It's a multi-band compressor, upwards and downwards compressor. I don't really understand how that works to make it sound better, but this is like the God note, or the God knob right here. This is the gain right here.
It says gain, not God.
Hyperdimension. Whatever. Let's put on a chorus. We could be adding some modulations to these as well, but I'm just not. And I'm gonna put on another distortion because why the fuck not?
Double D's?
Double D's. We're going double D's, y'all. I feel like there's something about this that I need to be changing to really fuck it up. Oh god. Oh, this fucking mouse. Okay. So there's that, and then there's even a little bit of a reverb thing that's hard to... It's called a convolver. You know what a convolver reverb is? Instead of just like a normal reverb, it takes the sample of another sound and it basically turns that into a reverb. So this feels like a little bit of a cheat, but if you use a shot of another sound as the convolution reverb,
Oh, wow.
you get a little bit of that sound too, which does sound sick, but there's an element where it's like, dude, we're literally just like... Oh, let's turn this distortion off. You can hear that. It's like reverb, but it sounds metallic because of the sample that I use. Perfect. Wait, why is it getting so fucked up?
In a good way?
I mean, it's cool, but like... Let's turn the mix down, I guess. Maybe distortion. Because these effects go in order. Down. Alright, and then I'm going to put another distortion after all this. And there's one I have called a wave shaper. This is like not sounding anywhere near as cool as I thought it was going to. I feel like it has to do with the low end that I fucked up on. Let me turn off a musician. Yeah, this honestly sounds like fucking garbage and not cool at all. But I'll show you another one that I made because it sounds a little bit cooler. But it's the same idea. I literally just went through all the same things, but whatever. The other one just sounded better with, you know, every parameter affects each other, you know, so slightly where it's like sometimes you gotta really know, oh, this will affect them. Oh, it's the fucking unison. Oh, wait, I deleted what we just did. Hold on. Can I go back? Unison is, let me show you on a fresh thing. This is where you get like super saws. I'm getting kind of hot.
I was about to say it's really hot right here. Because of
we're just
everything?
cooking. No, I think we're just cooking.
Oh, okay.
Unison. So it changes the one shape into two, or three, or four, or whatever, and then you get the fucking, yeah, literally. What's the fucking, motherfucking. So that's what unison does, and I know that definitely has an effect to the sound. So let me play unison on these bitches. That didn't help at all. Great. Babe, come on. You don't think this sounds good? What do you mean?
I love it.
I'm making the best music. Yeah, let's go back to the other thing I made the other day. I made this in my car and it sounds way better.
Maybe we had to be in the car.
That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, this sounds kind of cool. So another, do one more thing and then I'm fucking done. Serum has this thing called a granular. Granola. I'm gonna put in like a guitar loop of mine. Did you know I play guitar?
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you should show me sometime.
Ooh.
Actually, I haven't heard you play guitar yet.
I know.
Is that what we're doing today?
Never know. Alright, so I made this loop. Alright, so we're gonna put that in the, and basically we can do like a bitch. It just like scans through the sound and it will usually make very pretty things. There's one thing, because this works different than other granulators that I'm used to.
Granular synthesis.
Yes. Whatever, but I made this thing with a granular. So you could just put anything in there and get like all these LFOs and stuff attached to the sound and stuff. Yeah, so you can just plug anything in there. The only thing is that it's just like the same rhythm over and over again. Come on, fucker. What I always do is record.
Oh, my feet are falling asleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Everything hurts.
Alright, we're almost done.
No, you're good.
I'll record. Whatever. And then I'll just have that as audio type shit. And then you could super easily... Garage. Is this a CPU killer? I just bought a new MacBook, so I'm not sure. So I'm crushing it right now. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. What is going on? God, it's so weird. Stretch it to the whole phrase type shit. So we're gonna go get a sidechain group. Different drum tracks at once, literally. So I'm gonna hit a kick drum on every one of the loops, so now I can trigger the sidechain with that, just the kick drum. Every time the kick hits, it's gonna duck. And we're gonna get an 808 going. We're gonna use the same 808 that I've been sticking with. My white noise bass. Let me just fucking sidechain this. I could like actually try and make like a cool. Yeah, I feel like if I took some time, I could actually make a cool rhythm. Whatever. It's kind of stupid. What key is this in? Oh wait. B flat. So we can see my fucking samples. It's so hot right now. I'm gonna die. See if I have any B flat or just move them to B flat. This is A minor. Push it up one for B flat. This probably won't be in there. Same shit. Alright, that's basically a beat. Yeah, you want to sing some vocals on it? Dude, that's so good. Alright, I don't want to keep you, but that's Serum
You don't
2.
want to keep me.
Hmm?
You don't want to keep me.
I'll always keep you.
That's
Alright.
cool.
How's the audio, by the way, y'all? It seemed good on my end, but it's my first time streaming with like a 2-computer setup, and Lauren is my gerbil. What's it called? My hamster? My test hamster? Test
Test
gerbil?
monkey?
Test monkey?
What is it? What's it called?
Or is it a guinea pig?
There you go.
Guinea pig. So we're just trying to do something really stupid, really quick.
You know, now that you mentioned it, I think the visuals of that lady performing yesterday, it wasn't a hamster. It was giving
Is it guinea
rat.
pig? Rat? Oh,
I think it was a rat.
that's funny.
Hamsters are more round, but rats are more like have longer appendages.
That's true.
or- yeah,
It's more of a rat.
extremities.
Extremities. Seems fine. You guys
I can't read.
could be a little louder. Like the whole audio or a microphone type thing. I can't get my
Okay.
microphone any louder for some reason. So I'd have to just turn everything else down and then turn the master up.
I think we also speak really quietly.
That's true. Like on my normal streams, I'll be like this type shit. I'll just be like right in the mic. So we're both like using one mic type of thing. No, just a mic, like 1 or 2 dB. Alright. So that should be fine then. Alright, we're done. I'm embarrassed by what I made, like always. I feel like I'm making absolute trash recently. And the rhythm sound I made was also a big poo poo caca. So I'm glad you're able to watch me do that.
I had fun. I loved it.
Now we can go back here. Woo! Lit. I do the same on my streams, yeah. The position probably it. Alright, we're done, y'all. I'm deleting this. Never want anyone to listen to that again. Oh my god, I wasn't recording the stream. That was the whole reason. Because I'm going to have someone edit it. Like, not this one, but
just
start editing. And I
say-
wanted to just try it out.
Well, you have to keep making music now.
Here, I can do this. I'm going to click start recording. The configured recording path cannot be opened. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's a good thing we're finding this out now.
Deadass. Maybe, can I do this while we're streaming? Where's it gonna explode? Output, recording. Yep, it's not gonna let me edit anything. That's weird, it wouldn't let me do that. Oh my god. Dude, you always make fire. Shut the fuck up, dude. I hate you. You're not my friend anymore. Just kidding. I brought tickets to your shows because your music is great. Thanks so much. Wait, did you come to a show? Or you just bought a ticket? I don't have any shows planned now, except I have a festival I'm playing next month in Santa Ana. Can't you just use the YouTube VOD? I can, but my editor guy said I should try and just record it because it would be higher quality. But like, I would much rather do that. Underbelly, about to stream teaching Scro, teaching his girlfriend Serum too. Dude, I'm so embarrassed. I just made the worst trash on Serum. Like, I made a pretty cool rhythm bass the other day, and I tried to remake it, and it just sounds like garbage. Just post this as a video and redone it. I did. Saw you in Austin. Oh, sick, dude. Austin was an insane show. Was that with Makari, or was that with Julia? I don't think... Yeah, I think I went with both. But the Makari show at Austin was insane. All right, we're done. Thank you. See you guys later. I'm going to start doing more videos, so that's why I was testing this out. But it seemed to work out pretty good. Goodbye.